Last time on this DIY free Colonial Dollhouse reno, I made a mini retreat on the rooftop deck and created the tiniest entryway ever. I'll link the playlist above and below so you can catch up. Stay tuned to the end to see how a blank canvas turns into a bold and moody dining room. To truly start with a blank canvas, I started by peeling and scraping wallpaper, giving the ceiling a fresh coat of white, and installing a working chandelier with perhaps one of my most favorite dollhouse hacks ever. The full videos of the demo and lighting will also be linked in the playlist. Let's dive right in and lay some hardwood floors. I used craft sticks, tacky glue, and stain. It's super simple and immediately warmed up the room. Someone asked me how I get the planks to not warp. I weigh them down while they're drying with whatever's on hand, so in this case, some bottles. Who else loves the clearance section of Hobby Lobby? I snagged this for $4.99 and the other cabinets you may recognize from another marketplace haul. Keep watching to see how I make these over too. I added my thematic pop of dark green with scrapbook paper wallpaper and used decorative molding from Home Depot to trim out the doors and window. If you're enjoying this room makeover, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more rooms. I really wanted the formal dining room to be dramatic, so I used some graham cracker boxes to create a board and batten look. Once I test fit them, I added outlets, painted them black, and trimmed them out. I used the same Home Depot molding for the baseboards and coffee stir sticks for the plate rail ledge. To add some modern whimsy, I used this textured faux animal hide fabric that I got for free at a yard sale and cut out an organic shape for a rug. Now it's time to flip that furniture. I painted both cabinets the same black as the walls. The room is a bit crowded with all of the furniture, so I wanted the pieces to blend in a bit. I re-added the hardware they came with and inserted some more scrapbook paper for faux linen drawer liners. The doors didn't have glass, so I glued in some clear packaging from a box and used candle adhesive to make sure the decorations inside didn't fall over. The teacup and saucer are jewelry charms. The glass plates are plastic beads, and the large metal fruit bowl and the small metal fruit bowl are bead caps. I took the same black paint and watered it down to create a black stain for the dining set. I used a cracker box and fabric to upholster the chairs with my cute little assistant in my lap. For those of you wondering when the next real-sized house renovation will be, we're not sure. Right now we have 2.5 roommates, with this little guy being the 0.5, so we're on a break from all the dust and tools. I picked up this doily while antiquing, and I think it will make the perfect tablecloth. I used liquid starch to have it drape more naturally and stay in place. Rob 3D printed me a radiator so I didn't have to spend a gazillion more hours cutting little strips of wood to make my own. I spray painted it shiny gold. For the window treatments and to help soften the space, I threw together a window valance made of scrap foam core and scrap fabric. I got this little plant in my birthday haul. I'll also link that video above. All I did was add a little bit of the floor stain to the basket to warm it up and glue in some real dirt. It's officially my favorite part of the video, putting the room all together. I moved the clock from the foyer to this little corner since there's more space here. If you don't have patience to make teeny tiny flowers, grab some baby's breath for a couple of dollars. Dried baby's breath makes great florals because the buds are so small. And lastly, you can't have a plate rail without plates. I added some to the wall to keep the room a bit traditional. This dining room is such a fun space. It's dark and moody, but the floral wallpaper and the animal hide rug really add some whimsy. The checkered fabric and furniture keep it grounded with traditional roots. Tell me in the comments below, what is your favorite part of this room makeover, and what room do you think I should take on next? Bye!